Hi, I'm Zach Walker.
And I'm Jesse Grossman, reporting for the Lobby Observer.
Today we'll be reporting on the recent outbreak of knee injuries plaguing Westboro High School athletes.
All different types of Ranger athletes were affected by the injury this year, and we're going to talk with some of them to see what the recovery process has been like for them.
We now send it out to Taylor Connolly with senior football captain Chris Martin, who sustained a torn ACL tear after playing Leominster.
I'm here with senior captain of the football team, Chris Martin. So Chris, how did you tear your ACL and when?
I was running a sweep on a punt fake, and I had my left foot planted, and I took a helmet to the kneecap, and I hyperextended it, which means it bent like the wrong way and tore my ACL and stretched my PCL and inflamed my patellar tendon.
So what type of surgery did you need once you tore it?
I'm still gonna need to get a hamstring replacement surgery, so they take a piece of my left hamstring, open up my knee from the back, remove the ACL I have in there now, and put in place part of my hamstring.
And so what further repercussions will this cause, if any?
Because of the type of surgery I'm going to need and the ligaments that are torn, it's going to take like 9 months, so I probably won't be able to play baseball and might not be able to play football next year.
Okay, thank you.
Now here's Taylor again with senior soccer player Sanjana Basu.
Thanks guys, and I'm here with senior Sanjana Basu. So Sanj, how did you tear your ACL and when?
I tore my ACL the fall of freshman year while playing soccer. I had hyperextended it during a game, and when I went to go see the athletic trainer at school, she said that if I could walk, I could play. So then I continued playing, and eventually I tore my ACL.
And so then what happened once they figured out you tore it?
After I got my MRI, I had to pick a date for surgery and start doing physical therapy.
Have you had any further setbacks because of the injury?
No, definitely nothing major.
And so is it all set now?
I would say so, yes.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Taylor and Sanj. Now here's Cam Erickson with junior football player and track star Ethan Clark.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Ethan Clark. Ethan, how did you tear your ACL in the first place?
It was against our game against Fitchburg, and I tried to make a tackle and planted my foot on a crossing route, and I felt my leg separate from the top and bottom and felt it pop. And after I had checked with Sarah, she said that I had sprained my MCL, but when she cleared me a week later, I hyperextended it, and my MCL, my meniscus, and my ACL tore. So, unfortunately, I had a double injury.
Oh, sorry to hear that. How's your recovery been since having surgery a month ago?
I am now 4 weeks along past surgery. I have a checkup in 2 weeks. I've started PT, and I'm ahead of schedule. I've already reached my Christmas deadline at 110 degrees, so I'm doing pretty well. I was off crutches 2 weeks after surgery, which is 2 weeks before normal, so I'm pretty optimistic.
That's good. What are your future plans at WHS or possibly playing a sport in college?
I'm definitely going to try and come back for track this year, and I definitely want to play football and track next year for senior year, and I'm hoping that I can either play football or track in college.
Thank you, Ethan.
Thanks, Cam and Ethan. Now let's send it back over to Cam with athletic trainer Sarah Carver.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Westboro High School's athletic trainer, Sarah Carver. Sarah, do you have any experience with tearing ACLs?
Not personally, I haven't torn any ACLs, but I've had several athletes with them. I've had only here probably under 10 that have happened during high school sports. All the other ACL tears that have occurred in the student athlete population have actually occurred in sports not related to the high school, so club, rec, summer league, camp, whatever.
So how easy is it for an athlete to tear their ACL?
So there's two types of ACL tears. There's a contact and a non-contact ACL tear. The contact ACL tear, it would be the same risk as any other kind of a ligament in your body. The non-contact ACL is a little bit easier to get because of the way that the ligament is angled in your knee. So that the way that humans move, we tend to pivot and move away from our opposite foot, right? So when you make a Z-cut or a return cut or a defensive slide, you're using your opposite foot to move in the opposite direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the ACL actually helps your knee be stabilized in that movement. So we do it so much with such force that it's more at risk than other ligaments would be.
So what can athletes do to prevent that from happening?
So if you go on to, one of my favorite resources is the FIFA 11, which was actually developed by professional soccer because they were having a rash of ACL injuries. And essentially what they did is they laid out an entire program for ACL prevention in a very easy to read, easily learnable format. So it'll go through 12 exercises that will help you prevent tearing your ACL, and a lot of it has to do with two factors. One is strengthening your hamstrings, and two is having good, what we consider proprioception or body awareness, which you can kind of think of as like balance or agility.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Cam and Sarah. Very interesting information.
Good luck to all the athletes recovering from their injuries.
This is Zach Walker,
And Jesse Grossman reporting for the Lobby Observer.
signing off.